What's up, everybody? Dave from the band Angerbox, back again on the social with my sidekick, Jimmy.
This is Jimmy from Angerbox.
And today, guys, we're over at the Cumberland Moose out on the deck with Nate O'Haver of Guns Out at Sundown.
Give it up, everybody. Yeah!
What's up? Holla.
How you been, Nate?
I'm good, man. How are you guys?
Good, man. Good to see you. Thanks for coming on, man.
Awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Good to see you guys as well.
Thanks for being on the social.
Certainly.
You been to the Moose yet? Is this your first trip to the Moose?
I think I was at this place a long time ago.
Back in the day, it was called the Java Club.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. So when I was in college, like 15 years ago, I used to help Dean Riley with sound.
Okay.
And I think what was the band from Frostburg? It was shit, I can't remember their name. I think they were called Merge.
Merge,
Yeah, you know those dudes?
Rob Shoemake and them guys,
Yeah,
right?
Rob Shoemake. That's what I was thinking. Yeah. I think they played in here, and I think I helped Dean load in, load out.
Well, they make a phenomenal burger here, so if you have a burger while you're here, you won't regret it.
All right, fair enough.
I've been told the dump truck is a good choice.
That sounds
I can't even wait, dude.
That sounds painful.
Can't even wait. Yeah, it does sound painful, but
Well,
I
this
can't
is
wait.
the social. We're gonna do a drink.
You got your drink?
I got a
we
people
got you
sitting
some
on that
drink.
picnic table back there.
Yeah,
I
people on the
didn't
picnic
grab.
table have a drink.
Yeah, I know, right? No, yeah, they got my drink. I'm sitting back there.
Can we
That's
get
all right.
Nate's drink up here, please? Whoever's at the picnic table.
My bad.
We
my
rushed
bad.
him onto the set and
I
said,
know,
time is
right?
now. Let's
What's
go.
that, man?
Apparently, I broke an integral rule. This guy seems pissed. It's that Peeber sitting back there on the picnic table with the.
Thanks, Dave,
Drinks
man.
on the way.
It's got the
Well,
tab.
let's get
Get that.
Jane.
I'm gonna queue up some Guns Out of Sundown.
Yes.
Nate,
let's
tell
do
me
that.
what we're listening to.
Oh, this has worn my mind off of Dark Horizon.
Thanks, Dave.
All right,
Thank
now that we
you,
got
dude. I
that
appreciate
drink.
you.
If you got one, put it up.
Put it up in the air.
You're watching the social.
Make
buddy.
sure you hit that subscribe button, guys. Cheers.
Oh yeah, cheers.
So, this is the newest album you guys did, right?
Yeah, this was the last album that we did before we went on a permanent hiatus, so to speak.
Dave's kind of a gear nut.
Okay.
He's got a studio.
Right.
Tell us how the studio experience went on this album.
Okay, so we recorded this album with a guy named Kyle Odell. He's a producer, works down in North Carolina. I think he's actually moved to Tennessee since.
He's worked with some names, hasn't he?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
He had a pretty big credit. Whitechapel had a really big tune.
I've heard of them.
That's it.
Yeah. They had a really big tune that dropped. It was like #1 on the charts for a couple weeks, and I think he actually wrote like the lead riff of that tune.
How did that come about? Ended up in his studio. Did you shop studios, or did somebody recommend him?
So we were working with a producer named Scott Marceron from down in Frederick. He was managing us, booking tours for us, things like that, and he knew Kyle. Scott's it's a long, convoluted story, but he knew him, through some mutual connections, things like that. And Kyle was actually working with a bigger name producer, and that was actually the gentleman that was producing the Whitechapel album. And I can't remember exactly what that guy's name was either. It's been so many years ago. Almost feels like another life ago already, It's only been like 3-4 years, and
Whoever this guy, they're good. I can't get to this yet.
Dude,
I'm not to this
the
level.
production
He's
quality is
amazing.
just off
Yeah.
the chart.
he's amazing.
He is amazing.
As a musician, when you got to finally hear it cut back and cut on an album, where you're just like, fuck.
I was actually, bro. So we were on a run down the East Coast whenever we got the final cut of all the tunes, and so we had played somewhere. I don't know. I can't remember. It was like the tip of Florida, and we actually drove. We loaded out, drove till like 5 a.m. to get to Siesta Key Beach in Sarasota because we wanted to watch the sunrise. Side note: if you're on the Panhandle, you can't fucking watch the sunrise on the
I was
ocean.
just thinking that. Wait a minute. Yeah.
Dude, we were sitting there and it was almost daylight, and I was like, wait a minute, we're looking the wrong fucking way, dude. Yeah, so, yep, shout out for 5 smart musician guys, right?
I
So,
can relate. I've done the same thing.
Yeah,
No
but it was super special. We were all, we just chilling on the beach. It's like 5 a.m. It's pitch black, and I think Chris and maybe a few others were running around naked at that point. That was kind of their thing. They like to take their clothes off. Chris doesn't. Chris is a caveman. He doesn't like clothes at all, unfortunately.
you guys went on some tours, and the crew that you guys took with you, aside from the band, just the band alone was enough, but the crew that you guys took with you, how was tour life?
Surprisingly more organized than you would expect, but we had our moments.
I don't know how you guys got anything fucking done.
Well,
I just know some of you and know some of the people that
I
went.
mean,
I'm like,
not to pat myself on the back, but I feel like I've run most of the work. But no, I'm kidding. No, it was a great time, dude. We had
somebody
a fucking
had
blast.
to be the asshole.
That was me. That was definitely me. 100%. That was me. I was definitely band dad. You know,
Dave, you would definitely be the asshole.
Yeah, I probably would.
Every band has to have a band dad, or nothing gets accomplished. You never leave the fucking basement if you don't have a band dad.
Yeah.
Yep.
We got Patrick. He makes sure he brings stuff like the fans for the stage because we'll first see him. We'll bitch about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So, you guys had a specific sound, and a lot of, at least this area's local radio stations probably wouldn't play that specific sound on the regular. But this song, Ruiner, is one of those songs where I think you could shop this song. There's enough of a market. It's enough of a genre where you could reach enough people in different genres. That's what you're listening to right now. This is Ruiner by Guns Out of Sundown.
So yeah, that was exactly what we were trying to point towards when we were writing this tune. We wanted something that was a little overproduced and a little too radio friendly, maybe a little outside of our comfort zone, but something that still fell, in the vein, but just outside the norm. Every song we do has a breakdown. Every song we do has, the kind of the same elements that we're smashing together. And, you can make that interesting in a whole lot of ways, but sometimes you just got to get away from that completely. And that's exactly what this song was an attempt at. So.
Nate, I have a little trivia question for you.
All right.
Do you know when we first met?
You and I?
We played together.
I'll bet you don't know when we first met.
You were in Disaster Theory?
Disaster Piece.
Disaster Piece,
yes,
okay.
Yes.
Were you the singer in Disaster?
I was.
Yeah,
I was.
that's how I meant it. Actually, before...
Man, I played with you guys a long time ago, too.
Oh,
Dude,
shit.
I was trying to get Nate, right before when I was trying to get Angerbox, it wasn't even Angerbox, but I was trying to get a band together. I almost hooked up with Nate, but you were in, what was the other band?
There was another band, too.
You were in another one. But anyway,
take your pick, yeah.
Yeah, he couldn't do it, but we almost made it happen. But I was just
Disaster.
That was a good fucking band too, man.
Disaster
I
Piece.
remember,
Yeah. Well, Joe was in that one as well.
Well, you left an impression on me. That's why I tried to track you down about singing, dude. I was like, I gotta get this.
You know what? I remember getting a call right after I moved to Baltimore. That's probably like circa 2007, 2008. I got a call from Gene. From Malice 66.
Yeah.
And it was so weird because I didn't even know Gene knew I fucking existed. Like,
right.
you guys were like, I think the first band that I ever watched play in a bar.
Right.
It was like, what was the...
We played in the Veil, I think, at the
No.
hotel?
Negative. No, see, that's what I'm saying. You don't even know the first time we met.
Okay, when was it?
Yeah, so you were with Malice and you guys were playing a show at, I think it was called Dick's Hideaway and like...
Dinks. The biker place.
Yeah, it was was like right out. It's right there by like 220 Junction.
Burlington or somewhere.
Burlington. That's
close
exactly.
to there.
Yes,
Yeah, gotcha.
That's exactly where it was. Yeah,
that was a good time too.
So I watched you guys. I think I was 15 when I walked in that bar to watch you guys play.
Well, you left an impression on me when you played with us. It was wherever that was, but
so
killed it. We might play together a couple times.
Do you want to hear the rest of that story?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so later that night. Maybe it wasn't later that night. Maybe it was a couple weeks later. But it was, within a relative close amount of time. I think Gene's dad, Larry, his band, whatever band he was playing with, Twisted Fate. Yeah, whatever.
Yes.
Yeah. So they were playing at I think it was called the Woodpile at the time. It was like right out here somewhere, right?
Yeah.
And I think you got up. We were doing just kind of like a mashup. There was a lot of musicians there, and people were getting up on stage, and nobody even knew who I was because I don't think Disaster Piece had even played a show up to that point.
Okay.
And I got up and sang a Godsmack song, and you were playing guitar, and I think whoever else was in Twisted Fate was playing.
Okay.
But yeah,
that might have been Jeff.
Could have very well been. I don't know. But we actually performed together.
Yeah.
That was like one of my first times on stage ever.
Dude.
Yeah.
Wow, I wish I could remember that, but glad you remember it. Man.
Yeah, that's
cheers to that.
Yeah, it's crazy. You guys are talking about the scene kind of supporting one another, and it's funny that I'm sitting here with you because like I said, you were like one of the first people I ever saw play in a bar. You helped inspire me to want to play music,
Right.
you know?
Appreciate that, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, you left an impression on me because I was like, man, that dude, I'd love to get him to front the
Well,
band.
yeah, I mean, same. Malice was the shit back in the day. You guys
Yeah.
were like, you guys ruled,
Yeah,
kind of
the
ruled
area.
the roost in the area, and you know, you guys, everybody went out to see you guys. You guys were fucking killing it, you know?
Appreciate that. Man.
Absolutely.
When I first met Dave, he didn't give me the time of day. Like, I knew who he was before he knew who I was for years, and I'd send him
Right.
messages on MySpace saying, hey, this is how you should know me. I play music too.
Well, when you approach people like that, you seem like a fucking weirdo, Jimmy, and that's why he ignored you. Does that make sense now?
Makes sense.
All
It
right,
makes
good.
sense.
Kind of like that was the dial-up days too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about MySpace, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, that was. I wish we had MySpace back,
Dude,
I really do.
I wish it would all go the fuck away. I think that
Yeah,
social
thank you.
media is the
I don't
ruination
know.
of mankind.
So, you weren't the original singer for Guns Out.
Negative. Yeah.
How did you fall into the band? What happened there to get you into the lineup?
I don't know how much time you got. So the short version of that is Joe and I, Joe Simons, who was a guitar player, one of the guitar players in Guns Out. He and I have been playing music together since the beginning. We went to high school together. We were in the first band together.
I was trying to remember the name of the band that you were in before Guns Out, but I fucking could not remember.
There was,
Hagerstown, though. I think it was out of Hagerstown.
I think
and
you're-
Joe was playing guitar. I
yeah,
think.
you're talking about Dead Ohio Sky.
That's it.
That was a good band too, man.
For,
It was,
for like
we-
at least
yes.
a week now. Every day I've thought about this. What was the fucking name of that band? What was the name of that band? That was a good name for a band.
You guys
too.
come out and did the bleeding, dude. We were in
yeah,
Meyersdale
yeah.
playing with you guys. I sat in with Sean from up that way.
Oh yeah, I remember that
yeah,
show,
yeah,
dude.
dude.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was a good one, man.
Yeah.
You guys killed it, man. Yeah,
Yeah, it was a fun
Anywhere
show.
he goes, dude, he's fucking one of them singers, dude.
Well, you know, I was a fan of Travis with Guns Out, and
Yeah,
he brought his own shit to
Yeah,
the
he was
table.
good
Yeah,
too, man.
absolutely.
But when I heard you fronting the band, I was crucial at first. Like, I was critical as fuck, and I'm tight with Mike, and
Sure.
I gave him my 2 cents. And then I saw you guys live and saw you front the band. I'm like, fuck, man,
Right.
you guys did good.
Well, I was confident in my ability, you know, live. I'd been playing live for so many years, a lot of cover bands, you know,
Right.
things like that. But what I wasn't confident in was my ability to walk into a studio, be creative, you know, actually contribute in a way that was productive and then be able to get in a vocal booth and do it, because I had recorded a handful of times, but it was always, you know, in some fucking shed in someone's backyard.
Right.
And
Old school.
I finally wanted to have a piece of music, like when we recorded Battlefields, I wanted to have a piece of music at the end that I didn't have to give someone and feel self-conscious about the production, you know? So,
You know, I asked Greg Kerr this question on the last episode. I know myself personally. There's times where I know that I'm going to the studio to record, and I can practice and practice and practice. I'm fucking ready, and I get there and it's just like, where did it go?
right, right.
Did you can you relate? You have those kind of experiences in the studio?
Yeah.
You just walk in one take. Fuck it, guys, I'm out.
Oh fuck! Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, I'm a fuck up for sure. But you know, I think what I could probably relate to, and you know, when talking about that, I had a really bad experience with one of the producers that we were actually the producer that did Battlefields. I actually didn't do the vocals for Battlefields at the same studio that they did all the music at, because I was in the vocal booth for about an hour, and when I got out of there, I didn't know if I wanted to cry or just fucking choke that dude, you know? Like, and then once I worked with a few other producers, I found that it's not necessarily about going in and getting the right take. Sometimes it's about working with the right producer that can get that fucking right take out of you, the best take,
Right.
you know? And, you know, sometimes, you know, not to sound like a Nancy, but like sometimes having somebody on the other end talking in your headphones that's motivating you, saying, you know, come on, you can do better than that.
Yeah.
Right.
As opposed
That
to,
and being able to,
you know.
if you're there recording and you're in that scenario, 9 times out of 10 you're ready, anyways. But
I never felt ready, ever.
having the confidence of someone else having confidence in you too, it's a big thing.
It really is, man. It really is. It's I'm a big fan of windows in fucking vocal booths, because when you can look out and see the band, like when you finally nail the take and you see like the reaction to it, and you know you got it. You need that reassurance sometimes. It's such a vulnerable position to be in, standing in this little fucking closet.
Let me ask you, did you guys play everything through, or did you copy and paste, play each piece, and then let them put it together?
Both.
Both?
Yeah, both. We did it really both ways,
Right.
for different songs. It just kind of depended on how the song got written and how it flowed,
Gotcha.
Yeah, there's times where you just can't recapture that moment right to a click track, and I found that out the hard ways after hours of being in the studio. And
Oh, yeah.
Dave looking at me, are you done?
Somebody told me, Dean told me one time, he said, your stuff out of your studio sounds like a live vibe, because I make everybody play everything straight through.
Right.
I don't copy and paste that shit, man. I don't. But anyway, I understand it, and I learned some stuff about MIDI thanks to Harley the other day, and you can line everything up nowadays. But I think too perfect, it's too perfect. It shouldn't be,
There's definitely a point at which it gets just too polished.
Right.
And it sounds too polished, and so it sounds a little robotic. So you definitely need a little bit of... You need a little bit of
Feel.
fuck up, just a little. That you need that cool.
It's rock
that,
and roll, man.
That note that's just a hair out of
Right.
tune that makes sound a little fucking dirty,
Gotcha.
So
The song's called Mountain Blood.
oh yeah,
This song's so I love
I've
this
heard
song.
every time Dave hears this song, he stops what he's doing, adjusts the volume. If you watch back our episodes where we played this song, he does this every time. Shut up what you're saying. I'm listening to this.
This is my favorite song.
Nice.
This song, Mountain Blood, though. Tell me a little bit about this. Is there a drink now, Mountain Blood? Is there a shot of Mountain Blood or something like that?
I don't know.
I heard something about this.
If there's not, there should be. I mean,
if you listen to the lyrics, you would kind of feel like this was named after a song, or named after a drink.
Right.
we just.
And that breakdown, drink, fucking great.
Well, we knew, so they had Cowboy Killer on Fear Not the Fallen, and we knew we wanted to do something similar to it, something with a little bit of, little groove, a little, like I said, a little bit of dirt in it.
Right, no doubt.
And, so, I mean, what fucking better to write a dirty song about than drinking beer, running the back roads of country roads. And I just wrote it about where I grew up. I grew up on the creek, fucking grew up, running the roads of Savage River. That's what that song's about. Fucking
That's it,
partying,
man.
cake parties.
That's a good song,
that
man.
breakdown.
That's my favorite.
This is one of the best local breakdowns written I've ever heard. It's just great.
It's a jammer. It's definitely a fucking banger.
Is this one of those songs in the studio too? Like the guy recording was probably like, "Yeah, I'm gonna have some fun with this too."
Yeah.
I can see that. Like if Dave wrote this and brought it to practice and was like, "Hey man, check this out," I'm listening. I'm fucking listening.
So I'm thinking, I think it was me and Joe, and there's a producer in Baltimore, Greg. Fuck, I can't even remember his last name, but we were the ones that did the haze in the background. We had a pretty good time with that, for sure.
No doubt.
Did you guys gang vocal that?
Yeah, but there was only 3 of us, so we had to do it like 4 or 5 different takes of gang vocals, So we tried to do like different harmonies and different pitch.
Well, I did it right then. You said Terrace Jane, they had a gang vocal, and I did several takes of just those 3.
Yeah, absolutely.
Repeating it, and I did a single of each too.
Yeah, and it was 3 dudes, so we were trying to like mimic like some girls. So there were some takes where we were like, hey.
Yeah. All right. So now that we're up to speed on Guns Out, on Nate, let's talk a little bit Rock the Balance.
Yeah, buddy.
When we started putting this together, I knew that I think it would be so cool if I was able to pull together a reunion of some sort. And Mike and I, guitar player for Guns Out, we keep in touch every now and then. And I threw some feelers out there, and it wasn't too long after that, I realized this is gonna fucking happen. Like,
yeah,
Guns Out at Sundown's on board.
Yeah, it came together in about 10 minutes.
Yeah, like, from your perspective, how are you feeling after the hiatus, after moving into this Rock the Mountains festival? Like, where's your head at?
Couldn't be more excited, man. I'm stoked. I mean, I haven't been on stage in a few years, and the next stage I'm going to step on is going to be in front of a couple thousand people, potentially. So, yeah, I'm pretty
nice,
fucking
right?
stoked, yeah.
I told my wife that Guns Out was on board, and she was like, well, they better play last. She knows that Guns Out crew and some of the crowd that comes, and she was, well, they better play last. And Guns Out at Sundown will be headlining one of the stages, and I think it's great. I think your fans. I know some of the people, and I don't know if you get out much, but I see the Guns Out merch every fucking where, and I'm sure to tell them every time I see it. So
I see that a good bit too.
That day, I can't wait to see the Guns Out fans in the audience, the merch in the audience, and I know that you guys are going to bring it. And there's so many people waiting on it.
Oh, we're gonna bring it. Definitely.
Are you gonna keep going after that?
There's some talk
maybe
about
talk here or
there's
there.
some talk
Good.
about it.
Yeah.
Well, so Chris is still doing the Rise Among Rivals thing,
Right.
and when
And
we
me and you are still going to do that. I just
yeah,
haven't had time, but we're going to get to it.
Oh
We're doing that,
absolutely,
but-
absolutely. I mean, I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm a lifer. I'm gonna die in this fucking county, so it's whatever.
Yeah. But this is what we are. That's
But
what we do.
That's again that Mountain Blood song that was on last there. That's exactly what
Right.
that's about. So this shit that you're doing right now, this Rock the Mountains shit, that's exactly what that song's about. Everybody getting together, drinking some beers, throwing down, listening to music. That's what it's about.
Yeah, I'm super stoked for Guns Out to be a part of it, and I don't want to take any personal responsibility for it, but I'm fucking flattered that not only is that a reunion, but you guys are going to keep going.
Yeah.
If you do, that's
You
fucking
can
great,
can
man.
take responsibility for it. I sent you a text that specifically said, by the way, I think you just got Guns Out of Sundown back together. So
Well,
know.
I'm going to relate that back to the social, because if this podcast wouldn't have happened, that probably wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, that's true.
So thanks for watching, our listeners. We got a couple hundred subscribers on YouTube right now. Tune in. We're going to keep growing it.
We're
gonna
trying to
keep
get to
putting out
1,000, man.
hell yeah,
The climb.
let's do it,
The climb, yes. All right, guys. Nate, it's been fun, brother.
guys.
Good
Thanks so
seeing you.
much for
Can't
having
wait
me.
for
Appreciate you.
for the show, and hopefully more.
Oh yeah,
All right, guys.
absolutely.
Thanks for watching,
Looking
social
forward
guys.
to it.
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
Thanks for watching the social.